What's going on, YouTube? What can I say? It's another Friday and it's another weekend, and we have our buddy Perry here. He's gonna bring up the
What's
topic,
up?
and I think this is a very important topic, especially for new parents, current parents, and just in general, a parent and a dude who, you know, has this fear of missing out. So Perry, take it away.
Yeah. So today's topic, FOMO. We got it right now. Why? Because our buddies are on a backpacking trip, and this is probably like the third one of the year or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Something like that. I know there's COVID and stuff that happened, but we love to go backpacking too, and it's always a good time. We're just chilling with the fellas and the hike and just being out in nature, and just kind of like having that break, right? Clearing our minds and everything. But
Yep.
we have ultimate FOMO right now because they left early this morning, and then we have a group chat, and at like 4 or 5 a.m. they're like, "Hey, I'm on my way over."
Yeah.
Get
Blowing
your
it
gear
up.
ready. Yeah, they're all reporting their gear, and look, this is what I'm bringing, and we're like, "Have fun, fellas."
Yeah, like thanks, but no thanks. I'm gonna mute this chat right now.
Yeah,
It's such a real feeling, man. It's like it's so crazy. Like, you think kids have like big FOMO, man? As parents and as fathers, when your boys are going out and like just going to camping or wherever, you get that feeling of, man, I wish I can go out, but there's always going to be something that, I mean, at least for me, obviously I can't speak for everyone, but for me it was a physical thing. I couldn't do it because I have some injuries, right? That really would not allow me to carry a 30 or 30 pound pack, right? Other people, and Perry, I'm sure you have your reasons as well.
Yeah, I got work stuff that I have to handle on the weekend. Honestly, it's only for Sunday that I have the work stuff. So like I really was debating just to go for like a day, but we spoke about this earlier. Like, it'd be like a tease, because I already drove my ass 3-4 hours here and then hiked my ass to the campsite. Another this one's pretty minimal, like 3 miles.
3 miles.
But like, I know myself, and what's gonna stop me from going, well, I'm already over here. I might as well just stay the other night,
Yeah.
Like, I did all this work.
Yeah, it's not like you can like be like text like, hey, I'm gonna stay another night. You'd be like, oh shit, I don't have any reception. They're going to either assume I stayed or something else happened, but
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I think the point is with FOMO, particularly with dads, is that like you're gonna get a lot of it immediately once you start to have a kid, just because of responsibilities. Where everyone's got, like you said, everyone's got their own situation. Everyone's got a list of priorities and responsibilities, and we can manage that, and like fit this in. But like, if it doesn't fit right now, it doesn't fit right now, But it doesn't stop how we feel about it all,
You're gonna think about it. Like, for me internally, personally, like just like the past one that you were able to go to, but we weren't able to go to. I'm thinking, all right, man, I know they're having fun. I know they're having a good time. A few things cross my mind where I'm like, I don't know if I want to see any pictures, because that's gonna make me feel even worse. And secondly, I'm like, okay, it's only for the weekend. It too will pass. I'm like, I can't wait till Monday, because I don't want to like have to think about, oh man, this is what I'm missing out on, right? Yeah. And it's such a crazy thing, because it's such a strong feeling, because it's and I think we touched on this in some of our other videos, where it's all about inclusion, right? Mm-hmm. And that inclusion feeling, and if you're invited, but you're not included on what actually happens there, right? And it's like, it kind of kills you inside, because you're like, dang, who knows what they're doing? Who knows what trouble, or maybe not trouble, that they're getting into, right? Like, are they fishing? Are they getting injured? Like the last camping trip I was on, I hooked myself with a fishing lure. I'm like,
you got
these
hooked.
I got hooked, right? But I mean, those are the kind of things you're like, dang, what could have been? What could it have been like? And you know this for sure, because I think when I first had my first daughter, Arya, you're probably one of the first people I asked, because you're probably the only ones that had a kid. And I was like, dude, how are you doing this, and how are you feeling about this? And it doesn't go away. I'll tell you that.
I mean, after even after so many years, and I don't think it'll go away until like we can, I don't know, like just free up some time, I guess, or like, you know, not have such a demanding life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something like that. I mean, I'm sure that we could have, or, you know, with, well, your situation is more physical, so that's really tough to deal with. Once it's in your health, there's not much you can do about it.
It's just gonna be a time thing.
Yeah. But for me, I mean, I honestly, I probably could have gone, but it's the fact that I know that it's not the best decision for me to make. It would be a very selfish decision to go but you know, we all need a break. But at the same time, I know that I got a laundry list of really important things that I need to do this weekend. So I could have decided to take that break and be like, hey, you know, I'm just gonna go for a couple of days. But then I know that when I come back, I'm gonna have like a snowball of stuff that maybe I can't recover from. Yeah. And that's where lies the, I guess, the responsible, you know, adult in us, where we go, I'm gonna bite my tongue and just say I won't go, but even though deep down
it's killing you inside, man.
It is killing me inside. Like, I mean, you know, they're all the guys are there. They're testing out their new gear.
Yeah.
This is a different type of hike or trip compared to the last ones, and you know, like you said, like you mentioned the stories. You know, we're gonna have this feeling again when they come back, and they're like, "Oh, remember when I was at the lake?" And we're like, "No, I don't remember." Yeah,
like, nah, we weren't there, dude. They're like, oh, we thought you were there. Like, no, it didn't happen that way, dude.
Yeah. So we're gonna. There's 2 waves. The initial wave of 3 waves. The planning wave, where you've already said no, I can't go. They're already planning, and you're still included in the communications. The actual time that they actually go, and then also like what you were saying, since they're out in the woods, they get no reception. So we can only imagine, like, damn, what are they doing? Are they like, did they catch a shit ton of fish? Are they like, you know, are they like all Lord of the Flies right now? I don't know.
Yeah. Like, did they encounter a bear? Like, what's up?
Yeah,
what's going on?
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. And then when they come back, and then they bring it up over and over again, whatever, we're gonna get that, like, yeah, no, I wasn't there for that. Not that one.
Yeah. And then I think this is probably going to lead us to kind of force the next one, like whenever the next one's going to be like, no, I'm not going to miss another one. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't even know how to put this, because the thing is, I know, like, for instance, like for Luann, she does get FOMO, but I don't think she gets to a point where, like, the way that I'm feeling about things, you know what I mean? And I don't know if she understands, or maybe she does, maybe she doesn't, but the good thing is that she does understand that we do need breaks, right? And I think like you alluded to, right, without these breaks, without these times away, you kind of lose sight of yourself and just whatever else you need to do, right? Because you're so engulfed in the day-to-day of your life, you kind of start going crazy, you know? And so I think it is definitely a good thing for fathers to do. But so I kind of this is relating to a story that I read, where there's a father of a newborn, where, you know, he didn't really, or he didn't interact with the kid, didn't take care of the kid too much, like the diaper changing, the feeding and everything, and it's primarily the mother. But then he still up and said, you know, I think I need a break from this. And it wasn't like a day or two, it was like a whole week. Guys, fathers, please, like, there's a balance to everything, and we know that you need to take a break, but at the same time, you have to consider the individual that actually went through how many hours of labor to get this child out. Like, to take 5 days off just because you need a break, that's completely selfish. And keep in mind, this is just my opinion, right? I mean, I probably wouldn't do that to my wife. Maybe like a day or two, whatever. But a whole week, that's a long time.
I mean, I agree with you, because you sent me the article, and to take a break means you got to take a break from something that, you know, you were working on, you know?
Right.
And that guy I didn't see that he was putting in the work as a new parent, right? He didn't do shit.
Yeah.
He put a lot of it on his mom to help him out, and then introduced his mom into their new family dynamic without the consent of the wife.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, oh, it'll be fine. It's my mom. It's cool.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go fishing with the boys for 5 days. My mom's gonna come over and help you out. Don't worry about it. But the wife was like, you never told me about that. What the
yeah.
You know?
It's like,
and
I mean,
yeah.
it's
So like it'd be different if he was busting his ass, like working like 2 jobs, did all like, whatever he could, and then he was like, I do need a little bit of time off right now, But
I mean, that's
I still wouldn't take a week. Yeah, I still wouldn't take a week, like a couple days at most, right? Like,
yeah, like 1 or 2 days. Like, I mean, yeah,
like, do you? And this, well, I mean, whoever wrote it, like, really didn't paint a good picture of the dad in the situation. And if it's all true, like, to me, he's just a lazy ass dad, like, and you don't deserve a break if you haven't done nothing yet.
Nothing, right? I mean, that picture that was painted, it was horrible. It made him look bad, but ultimately it also made dads look bad too, right? And I think, a lot of, and don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to take away anything from wives and mothers that are giving birth and everything like that, but it definitely paints a really bad picture for dads, right? Because when we want to take a break, and I'm not saying my wife, your wife, or any wife really throws this in the husband's faces or anything like that, but it's like, but to kind of say, oh, I need a break. Well, I gave birth and spent how many days of labor? It was like, okay, then that adds even the more, that adds a few things, right? Obviously the FOMO's there, right? The guilt is there, and so you kind of like, oh man, that just kind of piles on, and it just makes you not want to do anything at all. You just kind of sit there, right? And it sucks, and there's really no winning in that kind of situation. But I think a lot of what comes from wanting to do these things is priorities that you have in your life, but also communication with your significant other. I think that would definitely help ease the conversation a little more, right? But it has to be balanced, right? You go, she goes.
Yeah, I mean, that's just fair, I mean, like, you got to put in the work, and as long as if you are putting in the work, then like something reasonable, like a day or 2, just to like get off. And I would expect the same if, like, if Sophia was at her wits and I see it and she goes, I need to take, like, do a girls trip for the weekend. Okay, that's fine, but if, like, literally I was doing all the work and she was doing nothing, let's just say, and then she goes, I want to take a week off, then I'm going to be up in arms too. I'm going to be like, hey,
oh, hell no.
Dude, I'm doing all the work and you haven't done shit, and you want to take a week off because you feel like it's too stressful. Like, so in that article, the wife has the right to be, livid, because I would be too. Like, whether or not he would have FOMO if he didn't, he would for sure have FOMO if he didn't go. But he, in what I see, is that he's just like you said, he's a lazy dad, and it's painting a picture that, like, all dads just can't hack it. That we have a low threshold for home responsibilities, and I can attest to you that that's completely not the case. Like, I'm gonna toot our own horns here. I think we're one of the 2 dads that fucking give everything for our kids and work our asses off for our families, and we put a lot of ourselves aside for that. But no one talks about that, because
oh, hell no, not at all.
Because we have to grow a thick skin and and meet up to the, I don't know, societal demands of, like, what a great dad should be, right? So,
and even then, I know we're kind of going a little bit off topic here, but I think it's a good topic to discuss, is because a lot of the, and this kind of dovetails into the reasons why we decide to do this, right? Is because a lot of assumptions and I guess, like you said, societal beliefs are that the mother takes care of a lot. And I'm not trying to take that away. They do take care of a whole lot, but there's also the other side of the picture as well, right? Where the fathers, and they kind of come in and, they do the things as well, like changing a diaper, feeding the kids, getting clothed, giving them a bath. you know, taking care of them, watching them, whatever the case may be. Like almost every article I've seen, like the few that I've shared with you, is always from the mother's perspective. Oh, mothers are spending more time during COVID and distance learning to teach the kids. Well, that is so one-sided and borderline tone deaf, because what about all the either single dads, stay-at-home dads, or dads working from home? Like, there was really no mention about that. There's always the caregivers, the stay-at-home moms and everything like that. So I'm thinking, okay, this is something that is a very societal, cultural thing that is hard to kick. And that's why we created this channel, this discussion where we can just kind of talk, at least from dad's perspective. And I think it's needed, because I don't see very many out there.
Yeah, I mean, and it's good that we talk. You know, we're talking about this. Like, I don't think a lot of guys have a platform where they can share their, you know, their everyday woes with the family and stuff like that, and like the struggles and the wins and stuff like that. It's not a normal thing, like you mentioned, for guys to just talk about this. And I'm hoping by us doing this and talking about it, like other dads out there, they're gonna be like, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
You know, like, and like,
I mean,
man, I was going through that
conversation.
Yeah,
no,
because like,
sure.
And it's completely okay to basically be like, man, like, I don't know how you guys do it. Like, I'm like, you know, I'm pulling my hair out, like, you know, having to work from home, also with the kid and distance learning, and then also like, you know, having to go out of the house sometimes to do work and all this stuff. Like, it's, you know, it's okay for guys to complain too, just as much as moms and wives complain too about it.
And I think you know, it's funny because I think, and I'm not saying this is every guy, but there are guys out there who really don't want to talk about these things because they don't want to be that guy or that person that actually just complains about it when he's supposed to just suck it up and man it up, right? Like, there are times where guys need to actually talk about these things, because I kid you not, they're thinking it, they're just not talking about it because of pride or ego or something, right?
Yeah.
And I think that makes a huge difference when we actually have this kind of platform for guys to really just either listen in, or if they want to join in on the conversation, sure, why not? Like, it's a good thing to have, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think in a perfect world for us, I think if we can create a space where anything that, you know, everyone's welcome, but particularly dads, to come out and just like chat and be like, hey man, like, how you guys doing today? Man, it's been rough for me. You know, like, what do you guys do in this situation? Like, because then guys don't talk, like you said. You know,
not at all.
They just like, you know, like, I want to keep my stuff, my business to myself.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to air my laundry out there, like, because, you know, they might judge me in some type of way. But it shouldn't be like that. It should be more like of a encouraging thing, like, oh, I put myself out there knowing that someone will be like, dude, me too, or like, yeah, I did this in this situation. Be something, you know, like, instead of the other way around.
Right. I think so. Just to add a little more to it, like, I think guys do talk, but they don't talk about very deep topics, right? So, and hear me out. So, guys, I mean, typical guys, right? We talk about money, right? Money is you know, and hustles and everything like that, right? It's an easier, kind of less heavy topic to talk about. Maybe even girls. Obviously, guys are going to talk about girls, whatever it is, right? Is going to happen. But when it comes to feelings, that's never the first thing, right? It's either money, girls, financial goals, future goals, but never about your feelings or about the situation you're going through, right? Because you feel that it's a sign of weakness.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
you know, I don't agree with it, but I mean, I can see where that comes from.
Yeah, I wonder why. Like, it's just we've been raised with the stigma that opening up about your feelings or being emotional is seen as taboo, when it shouldn't. It should be like, be setting like a bar amongst your peers, you know, like, you are emotional, so it allows me to be emotional, because I've been harboring
it's okay.
like, I've been harboring this these feelings too, but I just didn't want to say nothing because I don't want people to think of me some type of way, you know.
Yeah.
So but then like if you came out and you opened up and like, dude, like I've just been having a really tough time with this and this, it would allow everyone else around you to be like either provide some words of encouragement, try to help you troubleshoot it, or even just have sympathy, or like empathy with your situation, and then they can relate. And I mean, we strayed off the topic of FOMO at this point.
Yeah, we did, but I mean,
yeah, but it's a good one.
Yeah, it's fine, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, this definitely does kind of go into the FOMO, because the thing is, like, look, for guys, it's really quick too, right? It's like, okay, I feel like I'm having FOMO and it sucks. A simple, quick response from a guy is like, dude, shut up and just go. Like, what's stopping you and all that stuff, right? And then you kind of go into like all these other things, and it's like the nitty-gritty feelings and all that kind of stuff, right? So it kind of dovetails and kind of circle back. But yeah, no, it's all encompassing. Obviously we can slice and dice it however which way, but it really boils down to what you can do in the current situation. And I mean, your priorities, I mean, look, the bottom line is that camping, going out with the boys is a needed thing, but I think the priority for that will definitely be trumped by your livelihood and your family.
Yeah, I mean, and we wouldn't be completely comfortable if we went anyways. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's true.
Knowing that like we'd be ditching all the things that we needed to do when we go. Like, I mean, I know for a fact that I'd be excited if I was like, F it, I'm just gonna go. But then once I go, I'm probably gonna be constantly thinking, because we're in the woods. What else are we gonna do? Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
So we're just chill and just like shoot the shit, and I'm just probably gonna be constantly thinking like, man, like, I wonder what they're doing, or I'm supposed to be doing this today, And you can't be really comfortable the whole time with that. So I think the best way to get around FOMO is just basically own up to it. Like, okay, I can't go. Sorry, guys, and then just be okay with that.
Yep.
Yeah. Right.
Just be firm with it.
We'll hear the stories. We'll see some stuff and in the chat or whatever like that, and then it'll be like, we'll get that little feeling back. But then, we just remember like, there's no way I can go at that time. So
I mean, and you got other stuff done. I mean, that's the bottom line, right? So it's a pros and cons. It's a balancing act for sure. But I think we wouldn't be true to ourselves if we didn't really feel this FOMO. If we said, no, I don't care, we'd be totally lying to ourselves for sure. And people would see right through that, So, but yeah, for you guys out there, it's real, it's going to happen, but prioritize your lives, your family, your kids, as best as you can. But don't beat yourself up if you decide to be selfish or for a split second and say, I think I want to go, right? Obviously, there's a give and take, right? You go, she goes, and so on and so forth, right? So, this is a hotly debated topic. I have FOMO quite a bit, but you just got to find ways to get over and get around it. And at the end of the day, it's not going to kill you. Yeah,
I mean, it's just a week or whatever like that, and then
that's all it is.
Everyone's on their merry way. Just plan accordingly. You'll make it back up. That's one way I'd like to think about it. Like, I'll make this back up. And just handle your shit. So.
Very true. But until next time, whoever's in the Bay Area, is going to be a hot weekend. Stay cool, stay safe.
I know.
Distance. And until next time, peace.
See you guys. Bye.